wasn't me. She was sweeping the grass out with my broom, and he went and budged, and that's when she hit him.
This is how they left him.
And they have been gone how long? Since last week? Come on, puppy.
I just saw one. We're gonna check our traps, see if we got anything.
I think this is from the class.
What's going on? Dog right here is hand shot. That's a sign of being like beaten.
Detroit, Michigan. The industrial heart of the Great Lakes is home to the Michigan Humane Society. It's the state's leading nonprofit animal welfare organization, dependent on donations. On its front line is a small team of animal cruelty investigators, working on up to 20 cases a day. On the west side of the city, Field Agent David McLeod is working with senior investigator Debbie McDonald.
We got a call about somebody beating a husky with a pipe. Don't have any real specific information other than they beat the dog with a pipe in the front of the house and picked it up and carried it inside of the house. We don't really have any other information other than that, so we're going to go out and hopefully be able to make contact with these people and see this dog. It sounded like they might have done some damage.
The information that the investigators receive from complainants is often incomplete or confusing, and this is no exception.
I didn't see nothing in here.
It's up to McDonald and McLeod to get to the truth. If the dog has been beaten, a felony has been committed.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Investigators from the Humane Society?
That wasn't me.
Where's the dog at?
It's in my house. I took it from the lady.
You took it from her?
Yeah. What happened was it broke out a window in a van.
What window?
It was a van window, and it made her mad.
Okay.
It was. And I told her, I said, just give me the dog and I'll keep it.
So what you beat him with?
It was,
Pipe, right?
no. It was,
She broke the ankle.
That's what you...
but it ain't my dog. I got my own
Okay.
dogs.
Is it up and moving?
Yeah, it's fine.
Let me take a look at her.
It seems the woman has tried her best to help, but there's a problem.
I don't know. You don't look fine to me. He's limping.
But that's from where it went to her van window.
Is he cut?
Yeah,
Or is he cutting? Hey, baby. Hey. It's all over him.
he got slobber and stuff because he's trying to get her female dog.
It's swollen right there where your
Yeah.
hand is. Is this her?
No, that's my daughter. She lives over there. Hi. What's going on? It's because I told you about that lady about Swearing.
Do you know where this lady lives?
She's moved around so much it's on there I can't even tell you.
Hey, you just can't beat your dog with a broom handle.
Right.
You know?
That's why I told her I would take them. And I would, give them a bath and stuff and clean them up and things.
She needs to come and talk to us at this point, okay? I mean, he's injured.
Yeah.
He needs to be seen by a vet.
Yeah, because I don't treat
I'm gonna need to get some information from you.
McDonald must trace the dog's owner, but it will be tough. The people at the house know her and say she's homeless.
I need to track her down somehow.
We're saying that they don't own the dog, and it's a lady that comes over and visits with them, but they don't know where she lives. So we're going to remove him, take him back to the vet. Pretty friendly dog. Like the complainant said, that they said that he busted out the van window, and the lady just went nuts with the broom handle and just beat him.
But he's hurt not from her beating it, though. He's hurt from her.
Jumping out the window, yeah.
Yep, the whole glass is shattered on the door.
Yeah.
She was sweeping the glass out with my broom. And he went and budged, and that's when she hit him. Come on.
Okay, he was injured today?
Yeah, he did the window thing today.
Right now, got the dog, got custody of the dog. The dog's injured, it sounds like from jumping through the glass in a van window. That's where the cut's coming from on the dog. So like, we don't know if there's any other injuries to the dog. The dog did get beat with a broom. The broom's kind of bent up. It's a metal handle broom. So we're gonna take a look at that broom and go from there. I want to get the dog and get it some medical attention, get it examined.
Right now, treating the dog is more urgent than pursuing the investigation. But McDonald pauses to take the broom.
Until we get this straightened up, we're gonna have to tag this as evidence until we find out the dog has no injuries from it, okay? Thank you.
The Humane Society receives over 4,000 cruelty complaints every year. On the other side of the city, investigators Sean Hairston and Mike Dow are following up on the latest one.
What we have here, we have basically a complainant stating that we got 2 lab puppies here that's basically been abandoned. So what we're going to do, we're going to make the location, assess it, and make that determination. So we leave them here, so we remove them. And by my first observation, I already noticed that the gas is locked off. So that lets me know that utilities has been shut off here as far as their gas. So I'm going around take a peek and see what we see. Oh yeah, definitely.
The investigators find 2 young Labradors in poor shape.
Hello?
Their fur is patchy, and they're tethered on chains that are far too tight.
That collar cutting you? You kind of tight there, buddy.
So who owns the house?
I don't know.
Oh, you own the house?
Yeah, this is how they left them.
And they have been gone, how long you say, sir?
Since last week.
Last week. Okay.
The landlord confirms the dogs were left behind when the tenants moved.
Well, this is what we're going to do. We still going to have to remove, we're going to remove the
I
animals.
appreciate it. The people that found them crying that night.
We're going to send notices here, okay? Yeah, come on.
The Labradors need to be taken to the shelter for treatment.
Right. Come on, puppy. You good or you need my help?
I said we good. As long as this one let me pick them up. Hey, well,
Honestly, in a situation like this, the problem being is that we need the pet owners in order for us to pursue a prosecution. Even if we find a location where they're at, we still don't have to get them to admit that they left these animals. And once we get that, then we can pursue animal cruelty charges. But until we get all that information, there's not too much we can do except for send certified letters here and hope that the pet owners will try to get in touch with us.
The legal procedures can take time. For now, the priority is getting the Labradors some veterinary attention. Back at the Humane Society's Detroit shelter, McLeod and McDonald are bringing in the dog that was allegedly beaten by his owner.
We need an evaluated right injured puppy.
The dog's name is Wolfie. The investigators want him checked by a veterinary team so they can assess what injuries he has and how they might have been caused.
Come on, Wolfie. Wolfie. Come on.
Dog, he jumped through the window of the van, the inside of his left front leg, and the owner beat him with a metal broom handle, like the brooms that have the metal handles on them, bent off the handle, beating him with it.
Because he jumped through.
Because he jumped through the window, the van window, broke the glass off. So I don't know if there's any injuries that are consistent with getting beat with a broom, but there's definitely a big laceration on the inside of his elbow. And his owner is sort of transient, so.
Evaluator Jan Ramos soon spots something odd.
He has a puncture wound.
Wolfie, right?
Wolfie.
Wolfie? Hi, Wolfie.
Any idea how old Wolfie is?
Again, maybe 3-ish.
That's good.
Ramos gets a vet for an expert opinion because Wolfie's injuries don't seem consistent with the information the investigators have been given.
You like that? I like that.
Jumped out of the van window. It was closed.
Right.
After doing that, his owner beat him with a metal broom. Right, Deb? It was a metal broom.
Metal handle broom, like it's been aluminum handle.
Okay.
I mean, I can get the broom, but I don't know if I see any broom injuries, but there's definitely.
The window was closed?
Yeah. He broke it.
Dr. Patricia Madsen is puzzled.
Car window.
Unless it already had.
Yeah, that's a kind of crack already. On the other leg, he has some what looks like a possible. I'm wondering if they're biting.
I think that's a puncture over there.
Yeah,
That
that
doesn't
looks
look
like a
like a
puncture.
car window.
I don't think this is from the glass.
Yeah, hi, sweetie.
Hey, hi, Dr. Madsen. His name's Wolfie.
Yeah, I think these are probably old biting ones and not from jumping through the window. And then in terms of hitting him with the stick, that would be more bruising, which isn't going to be evident right now. Yeah, you're a nice dog.
And this here has some issues, but I think it's more of neglect than
About an infection there. So what I would do is I would just clean these up and check tomorrow morning for him. It would take a lot of force to break a window. So unless it was already cracked
Cracked
or partially down, for what he's been through, he's in amazingly good shape.
This looks like actually a dog bite. He's an impact male. From his appearance, he was probably just allowed to roam the neighborhood. And when you roam the neighborhood, dogs get territorial and they do get into fights with one another.
Yeah.
McDonald will have to wait and see if bruising appears as evidence of the alleged beating. But for now, things look promising.
Overall, his injuries, they're minor, and they should heal probably within a week for them. He's in love with Dave right now. That's his buddy.
Each unit 10-7 at show something grab this girl.
Investigators Mike Dow and Sean Hairston are arriving at the Michigan Humane Society's Detroit shelter with the abandoned Labradors.
What's up, buddies?
Evaluator Daniela Lawman immediately notices that the tight chain is starting to cut into one dog's flesh.
You can see the image of the link.
Ew.
What's that?
Both dogs have hair loss and damaged ears.
This is from fly strikes. This is from the flies just eating and eating and eating at the ears, at the flesh.
Lawman calls in Dr. Shireen Cece for her opinion on the cause of the hair loss.
I have a little hair loss issue.
All right. We took chokers off of both of them. We had to take removable colors.
Okay.
And
Kind of tight ears.
yeah.
The starting wasn't gonna be an embedded collar, but you got it off in time. Okay, good.
All right. Well, you guys are sweet, huh?
That's horrible.
All right. And this have some skin issues
Yes.
you want me to look at? Okay.
Yes, right here. This one has. Can you hold on to this one so that?
Oh, wiggle. You know, it just could be the living conditions that are causing some of these skin issues. But they certainly aren't clean or been living in dirt. So we're gonna clean them up. Maybe a lot of this will resolve with just better living conditions and better food, better diet. Because they're very cute puppies.
Did you want a medicated shampoo?
Yeah, let's do a medicated shampoo. Maybe that'll be enough to get them set to where we can adopt them out. We're just gonna do a little more testing on this one spot, just to make sure we're not dealing with ringworm. But that looks like a scar to me, just from the way that tissue is. So I'm hoping that's not gonna be anything to worry about.
You think I should keep them together? They seem so cool together.
Very likely not gonna get adopted together, so it's better to separate them now than to wait till they're, 4 or 6 months down the road and then try to separate them. I think it's better to keep them separate now.
That's cool. I'm gonna give y'all next door apartments. How about that?
To do the phone bill?
Later, senior investigator Debbie McDonald prepares to return to a property she visited a few days ago.
Well, we have some kittens that are living on the roof of an abandoned house. Well, it's not really abandoned, just hasn't been lived in a very long time. There's holes up in the gutter areas, the kittens are getting down and living on the roof. So we're gonna set some live traps to try to get them out of that environment.
McDonald and her partner, investigator Mark Ramos, hope a combination of food and curiosity will lure the kittens into the traps. McDonald has a pretty good idea what to expect.
Well, from what the neighbor said, probably 3 or 4 kittens and an adult female. And a lot of them may look alike, so it's going to be hard to tell until we actually start trapping, but one litter we know.
What we're gonna do is open the traps up, set them, take the food, put it way in the back behind this plate, and the cats go in there, step on the plate, closes the door, and then call it.
Good, nobody stole the ladder.
Yeah, because I don't think you want to open their stuff.
You know what? I'm not going with this.
McDonald climbs up to check whether the kittens are using the roof area.
Wow, I just saw one.
Her hunch was right. The roof is the best place to set the traps.
I've had a lot of luck with these. I mean, every so often you get smart cats that beat the system. But for the most part, we had a lot of luck. And the one problem you kind of run into is you catch a few things you really don't want, like raccoons and possums and things like that. Alright, now we just kind of wait. Oh, we'll be back later on in the day. The kittens, they're curious. It shouldn't take long. They're probably sitting out front waiting for us to pull off.
Yeah, they're watching.
Oh, I know they're watching. You have to be like, they need to go.
Michigan Humane Society investigators Mark Ramos and Debbie McDonald are returning to the abandoned house where they set live traps for a mother cat and her kittens.
We're gonna check our traps, see if we got anything in them. We set them earlier this morning, and we're gonna go back here and take a look, see if we had any success. Oh, we got 2.
2?
Yeah.
Kittens or big ones or what?
I think I've got a mom and a kitten. I think they're okay. Looks like mom's been trying to get out, but... Well... Kitten is not too sure about all this.
He's like, oh, he's kicking me.
Got him?
Yeah.
Oh, now stop. Oh, she, a little bit on the thin side, but not too bad considering she's a mom. She really wants out of here. I'd like to grab her.
Yeah, she's kind of dirty, but I'll grab some food and water, and then I'll find something to put water in.
No, I don't think we have them all. I think there's probably a couple more kittens up here. What we're gonna do is put out food and water. We have the mom, so we don't want to leave them without any provisions. They're old enough to eat on their own, and they're pretty good sized kittens. So we're gonna put some food and water up here, and then we'll come back and try again.
Yeah, this is good that we got two. It's always better than none.
The remaining kittens now have food and water to last them a few days. The trapped ones will be taken to the shelter for evaluation of their health and temperament.
Well, when you catch a cat in a live trap, you really can't tell what the temperament's gonna be like. They're scared. You know, they've been caught. If somebody put me in a cage, I'd be scared and trying to get out too. I mean, it wasn't like we went up there and explained to them what was going to happen, and they said, "Oh, okay, well, I'll get in the trap." You know, they walked in to eat because they were hungry and they've been caught. You know, they're scared. They don't know what's going on. They could be very nice cats. We just don't know. We're not going to know until we give them a chance to calm down and realize nobody's trying to hurt them.
At the Humane Society's Detroit shelter, evaluator Daniela Lawman is concerned. Treating the two Labradors with medicated baths hasn't stopped their hair loss, and initial skin tests proved inconclusive. Lawman calls in Dr. Shireen Cece for an opinion.
And
She itching real bad?
yeah, she's been itching quite a bit,
Okay.
and she's even got a little open.
Okay. And we bathed her, we know he doesn't have fleas.
Right.
We're gonna treat it. Okay. Why don't we go and let's do a skin scraping on her.
Okay.
Okay. With the skin scraping, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a blade and we're gonna actually scrape the surface of the dog's skin. And actually go below the surface of the skin. Because what we're looking for is we're looking for mites that live and burrow under the dog's skin and cause an irritation. And what we're concerned with is a mite called sarcoptic mange. The symptoms that the dog is showing are pretty classic for sarcoptic mange. We've got itchiness, we've got hair loss, and especially on the elbows and on the belly and down the legs. And that's pretty classic for sarcoptic.
Dr. Cece thinks he may have mange, so we're gonna do a skin scraping, and we're gonna take it from the stomach, the elbows, and
That's it, the chest.
The chest.
The chest, there's some itching going on, and the elbows.
okay.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to bring up the mite. And that's why we're scraping. You're gonna see us scrape and we're gonna squeeze because the mite, just like any mite, is burying under the skin and feeding. This may feel good, huh? With any mange, it's very itchy for them. And you have a lot of debris in here. So now we're just on the hunt to see if we can find one. It's a big slide. So far, nothing, Dr. Cece.
Even though the mites can't be seen in the sample, both dogs will be treated for mange. If Dr. Cece has diagnosed the problem correctly, it should soon stop the misery of itchy skin.
And put oil in.
It's been 2 weeks since investigators brought in Wolfie, the dog that allegedly jumped through a van window and was then beaten with a broom handle by his owner. Senior investigator Debbie McDonald has managed to contact the owner, but it hasn't helped resolve matters.
Well, we've run into two problems here in this case. The first being the owner. You know, we had one, maybe two phone contacts with her, unable to really pin her down. who exactly she is, where she lives, anything like that. She's really not assuming responsibility for anything at this point. She's outraged, but assuming no responsibility for the animal's care or anything of that nature. She won't even come down to see the dog. The next problem that we run into here is that there are no injuries from the broom. The injury that the dog had appeared to be from a bite. I probably got into a fight when I was out running at large. So we don't have injuries that are consistent with our witness statement. And we can't prosecute somebody if we don't have that.
Although the investigation has proved fruitless, evaluator Jan Ramos is pleased with the results of treating Wolfie's injuries.
Healing up extremely well for him. He's off of antibiotics right now. His hair's growing in. So he's making an excellent recovery. He's been eating really well for us. He's been enjoying going out to the dog park, spending time with the volunteers.
Wolfie is doing fine, and temperament tests have confirmed his sweet nature. All he needs now is a responsible new owner.
I think you can go up for adoption. How do you like about that? What do you like about that? Oh, we'll find you a good home. How does that sound?
For the last 2.5 weeks, Jim Dononsky has been fostering Erin, one of the 2 Labradors that were suffering from hair loss due to suspected mange. Now he's bringing her back to the Michigan Humane Society shelter in Detroit for a checkup with evaluator Daniela Lawman and Dr. Shireen Sisi.
Okay. Well, her ears are really, really crusty, and there's still a little crust on the edges, but that's much better. And she had most of her lesions were on her legs. You can see the hairs regrowing. That was all red and crusty, and then her belly was really bad too. She had a belly run. It was all up along here, was all red and scabbed and scaly. How many treatments have they had?
They've had 3.
3. Okay. They're getting their 3rd today, or
No, they've had it. It was a week ago that they got their 3rd.
Great. It looks really good. And are they doing any scratching? Nothing. Okay, everything's going good. Yeah, how's she doing at home?
She's great. I've got 2 other dogs. She gets along real well. Loves to play.
Good. Housebreaking going okay?
It was really easy, and then she had an accident one day, but other than that, it's
Other
been
than
fine.
just one. Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it was like 3 times in one day. It was a whole day.
Oh, get it all done in one day, right?
Oh, she's been really good. No problems at all. Like I said, I have 2 other dogs, so any dogs that I get have to be able to get along with other dogs. And she does nothing but play. We have kids next door that come over and keep them active. And because I don't have any younger kids anymore, and they come over and she plays with them and jumps around just like an 8-month-old puppy should. She has no bad temperament whatsoever.
Yeah, I think we can go ahead and put her up for adoption. Okay.
She'll make a great pet, yeah. Yeah, especially with one with kids. She needs to get used to people again, but she's already come so far in what, 2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
2.5 weeks, so is what I've had her. And she's come amazing progress as far as I'm concerned.
Sit. Good girl. There she goes.
Erin was adopted very soon afterwards into a permanent new home. The 2nd Labrador is doing well in another foster home and should soon be adopted too. Out on the east side of Detroit, investigators Sean Hairston and Mike Dow are en route to check out a report called in by a police officer.
Okay, we received a complaint from an officer who stated that we have 2 dogs that's tied up. Well, one is tied up to the garage and the other one is apparently loose in the yard. Both of them very skinny. Says no food, no water, no shelter. So what we're going to do, we're going to make the location, observe the dog's living conditions, and if it is accurate to what the officer had called in, we will advise the pet owner, or see if they want to just basically relinquish ownership of the dogs due to the fact that they already are underway. Oh, this is going to be a real good one right here, boy.
Yeah. The dog's owner isn't home, but his father is.
Hey, come here. What's going on?
He shows the investigators a Rottweiler and a Terrier puppy, both thin and living in disgusting conditions.
Down on was ducking his head down. Hold up. I ain't about that too. See what I mean?
Yeah. I saw the first one.
Dog right here is hand shot. That's a sign of being like chastised, beaten, basically.
The dogs are so skinny, the investigators decide to remove them immediately.
Okay, this dog here, basically skin and bone. You can see his full rib structure. If I set him down, I got pressure right here. That's why you can't see it. But when he stands up, you can see his ribs. You can see his backbone right here. You can also see his hip bones and head bones. And he has some type of hair loss injury up here on top. We're going to remove the dogs. I'm going to leave a business card here for the pet owner to give us a call. And we'll take it from there.
Michigan Humane Society senior investigator Debbie McDonald has made a total of 4 visits to an abandoned property to rescue cats. She trapped 1 mother cat and 2 kittens before she was satisfied that no more were left behind. Five weeks later, the cat and kittens are healthy, but still not used to people.
Oh my God.
The plan is to put them into foster homes before they're offered for adoption.
They've been born in an attic of an abandoned house. There's a hole in the roof in the gutter area, and they came out on the roof and played. They didn't have any contact with people. They were pretty much wild, feral kittens at that point. We were able to use live traps to catch them. We brought them in here. They're doing very well. Their weight's improved. They're more social than they were originally. But they're shy at times, and loud noises startle them more than other kittens that we have that have grown up in a family environment. This is the other kitten. He really warms up the touch and everything like that. So I think they'll do really well.
Just outside, investigators Sean Hairston and Mike Dow are arriving at the shelter with the skiing Rottweiler and Terrier puppy.
Oh my goodness! Where did you find him?
The puppy will be checked first by evaluator Sheila Carroll.
Collar was up against the pole like that.
Just a stray?
Backyard.
Or yard?
Yeah.
Oh. It looks scabby. It looks more like wounds. This one here with the woods lamp to make sure it's not ringworm. But these look like bite wounds. They're scabbed over. 8.2. Well, she's got her adult teeth in, but the puppy teeth aren't pushed out, so she's probably about 5 months, 5-6 months, because her front teeth are pretty good there. She's pretty cold here, but she's got good color. Let's get a doctor to take a look at her.
Dr. Shireen Cece is called in for an expert opinion.
Yes. No, it's an own dog. But the the son wasn't home. He owns the dog, so the father did the right thing.
8.6 pounds.
It looks like he's she, right? Yeah, looks like she's stunted.
Yeah.
Definitely underweight.
That big head and this
She's got some scabs on her head that could probably anything, but she's definitely malnourished. Yeah, we go ahead and vaccinate her. Yeah, she is pretty malnourished.
She feels really oily. She's
Well,
not that.
let's give her 24 hours.
24 hours
before
to
we
walk.
vaccinate
She's
her.
really cold.
Don't be afraid.
Now it's the Rottweiler's turn.
Nothing here.
Maybe about 7-8 months. So she's also what I would say undersized for a Rottweiler. She's also, yeah, she's skinny. I don't really see any wounds on her or any kind of problems other than her being lean. So we'll go ahead and set her up, feed blood on her, give her her vaccines, and then wait for the owner to call.
Come on, Bear.
The Rottweiler has been adopted by Clay and Karen Anderson and named Bear.
We renamed her, they gave her the name Chance, which was a really nice name, but we decided she looked so much like a baby bear, and when she sits, her legs come out, and she really looks like a little bear, so we renamed her Bear.
We were kind of looking for a dog, and our kids are away in college, and I had the time for a dog, and I had just gone through major surgery. I had a liver transplant, and I started looking, and then I decided maybe to go to the Humane Society because they rescue dogs, and I saw her, and she's a great dog. And I figured, I got a second chance, so, give her one too.
When someone new comes in the house, she gets all excited, and she is just 10 months old. She jumps a little, chews a little. But when you calm her down, she's fine. When my husband and I are just home, after I come home from work, after the first 10 minutes, she's real excited, but then she calms right down. And sometimes I go take a nap, and she has to go with me to take a nap. And if Clay leaves the house, she has to go see where he's gone. So she's a real good dog.
Out on the road, Coordinator Matt Sharp and Investigator Mark Ramos are responding to an urgent message from base.
We just received an emergency call about a dog or a puppy, the caller wasn't real clear, that's trapped in the wall of a vacant house. According to the caller, dog or puppy has supposedly been in there for a couple days and it's not doing too good, so we're real close. Hopefully we can find this dog and see what's going on and get him out of the wall before anything bad happens.
The address Ramos has been given seems to be some kind of abandoned church.
Where? There's been dogs in here.
Me too.
Where's it coming from? Outside. See any of it?
He's down here in you know what he's in? The well. It's a well.
In the well?
Yeah.
Alright. You can't get up there. You have to go all the way around. Hey, I wonder if he went to the basement or something.
Yeah.
He's in good shape. Well, he got out of somebody's yard. Still in there.
We'll go ahead and try to get him out with the control stick.
It's awkward lifting the dog with just a stick. Ramos needs to lend a hand. Muzzling is painless, but will prevent the dog from biting if she turns aggressive.
Yeah, like I said, probably somebody's dog got loose. Came running around here and fell in here at night. Huh. Yeah, you want to come out, don't you? Yeah, you're all right. Just kind of scared, huh? What? Hold on. Oh, you're... Take it along. Oh, stop. Ain't nobody hurt you. I'm trying to get you out of here, all right? Yeah. Okay. Come on. Let's get you. Oh, there we go.
You happy now? You friendly? Are you friendly now? Huh?
Now the dog is less stressed. She may be less aggressive too.
Hey, you couldn't be out there, huh? Huh. I thought you were trying to hurt me.
He was just a little scared out there. Didn't know what our intentions were. But he seems to be all right now.
The dog looks like a mature Shar-Pei. She seems in good condition. But after being exposed to the elements, she'll need a thorough health check.
Oh, man. I want to be out here getting in all this trouble.
I'll be all right.
Hey. Who will be out here? Is this one? He's like a pretty nice dog. I mean, he's scared of what's going on, but it's to be expected in this situation.
Sometimes they warm up after a day or two. Being at the shelter, some of the county attendants work with them and the evaluators. So right now he's got a 50-50 shot. Hopefully he'll warm up. He's an older dog, Shar-Pei. So he's kind of set in his ways.
He looks like just a neighborhood dog that got out of his yard and wandered around over there probably at night, fell in the hole and couldn't get out. Luckily somebody called before he ended up dying down there.
Back at the shelter, evaluator Sheila Carroll is standing by to assess the dog.
Friendly?
Not really.
Who's she?
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Straight. They reported a caller was in there for a couple days. So. She was kind of grouchy when I tried to pick her up.
I don't see any marks on her where she's injured or anything. But she's been out by herself for a while. Look at that. Check her out. We're gonna hold her as an abandonment?
Straight. No, she's straight.
Let's get back to her. Okay, just to be sure.
Dr. Malvinder Graywall is called in to make a more detailed examination of the dog.
Well, she's not as grouchy as she was. I said, I think a lot of it when she was scared, she didn't like me picking her up either out of that hole. So, she didn't know where to go at.
This bottom, well, we find 5 or 6 year old chronic ear infection history. Probably because that ear, the ear canal looks slightly thickened from the looks of it, and moderate amount of down tire, slightly bent, but not any major injuries or anything.
With just minor ear and dental problems, it seems the dog has escaped lightly from her ordeal.
That feels better.
We're going to take a swab of the matter that's in her ear so that they can analyze it in the clinic under the microscope, and we can see exactly the bacteria, et cetera, that she has in there. So we better know how to treat it. For the time being, we're going to clean it out and start around with an antibiotic ointment in the ear. It's so hard to get into the ears, they're so tiny.
Besides infection that she has in her ears, she's very well off. So I mean, somebody had to be caring for her prior to a little incident in the well. So hopefully somebody come looking for her, or if not, you can put her up for adoption.
I think she makes somebody a nice little pet.
Sharp was proved right. No one claimed the dog, but she was soon placed in a new adoptive home.